Good afternoon. This is Chris Saraga from the 365. I'm reporting to you from Oroville, California, at a place where I've been many times before. This is the Rock House down near the Feather River in that beautiful town of Oroville. And today I'm here to talk to you about the coronavirus. Governor Gavin Newsom has issued some suggestions and mandates about what we should do about it. And I thought that it's about time for me to get on camera and tell you what he said. I'd like to go through a few of the things that Governor Newsom announced today. The first and most poignant to most of us here is that he has done a suggested order that all folks 65 years and older remain at home for pretty much all circumstances. He wants you guys are the most vulnerable of the population to this coronavirus. And that also includes anybody whose immune system compromised or who's sick in general. He wants you guys all to stay home. And I would suggest that you do so. The virus, as far as reports have gone, can be pretty hard on the people over 65 or if you have immune deficiencies or you're sick in any way. So I would suggest that you do stay home. Along those lines, there are many ways for you to get the supplies that you need. Remember that most of the local grocery stores you can call and they'll bring your groceries out to the car for you, those kind of things. Along those same lines is how you get food other ways, and I'll hit that in a second here. But that is, it should also be noted that the population of California over 65 is 5.1 million people. So that's a lot of people to stay at home. It's going to be a huge paradigm shift, but this is for public safety, your safety and the safety of others. So I always suggest you do so. All bars, nightclubs, wine bars, and brew pubs have been asked to close voluntarily right now to make sure that the virus doesn't spread through those angles. Restaurants, though, will remain open during this time, but Governor Newsom has asked that they reduce their capacity, their occupied capacity by half, and that's to keep people isolated from each other while they're there. And he wants to do extreme social distancing is what he's calling it, to make sure that if you do go to these restaurants, say that you're unable to make your own food at home, and this is really one of the few ways you can get your food, that you can go to that restaurant and still feel safe. There is also in effect a guideline for dealing with anybody who's currently occupying a nursing home. They want you to limit contact with people in the nursing homes because they are very vulnerable to this virus also, and except in end-of-life situations. Obviously, if your loved one is going to expire, they want you to be there by their side. We also have another segment of the populations that are very vulnerable to this virus. That is the estimated 108,000 homeless people. So, the governor has called to house those people within local motels throughout the state. And then also the state itself will be providing trailers as they can for people. They want to get them out of the camps and stuff where it's, disease is easier to get there. These measures have not only been implemented here in California, but also states such as New York and Ohio. I know that New York has called for a voluntary closure of all businesses, and Ohio has done some similar measures to California. So this is something that we should take seriously, not to panic though. These are thoughts that are guided by science and not fear. So you should follow these guidelines. I would like you to follow these guidelines. And as always, we're friends and neighbors. If somebody needs help, you can always reach out to the 365. We are working on implementing a place for you to be able to communicate. So if you have local needs, that we can get help to you, like if you are stuck at home and you can't get food or those kind of things. So in the next couple days, we'll have that implemented up for you to be able to talk to others who might be able to help you, your friends and neighbors. I also want to say that the president has spoken on the shortages that are showing up in some of the stores, and he has spoken with many of the the grocery chains, and that they will be providing groceries just like they always do through this crisis. There's no need to panic and buy anything. We've all seen the stories of people panic buying stuff. That is not necessary. That actually causes local shortages that can cause really serious problems for all of us here. So I would like you guys to stay calm. If you need something, we will all get through this together. I will also be practicing extreme social distancing. My mother and my aunt are both above 65, and I've already talked to them today and said that I won't be coming and visiting them for the next couple weeks. I would suggest that we all practice that. Our elderly population doesn't need to be subjected to this virus at all. It sounds like it's, from all studies, it sounds like it can be very hard on them. So as we have before in any of these other crises, we'll come through this together. We're friends and neighbors. We will help each other through it. All of Butte County, Chico, Gridley, Biggs, Concow, Oroville, every other outlying community, we're all in this together. Where we're all humans. In this case, this is going to affect every single one of us the same way. Let's reach out. Let's make sure that that Butte County, Oroville, California, our whole area, that we show this nation how we come together, and maybe even show the nation how we can beat even a virus. Also below this, we will post all relevant links to the both the CDC of the United States, the CDC of California, the local public health, and any other relevant links to this story. We will continue to follow the story as we always have. If you have any questions or comments, please post those below. If there's anything you would like us to follow up on this or any other story, post those in the comments below too. Thank you very much. This is Chris with the 365. Have a great day.